Once there was a Sufi mystic who had remained happy his whole life. No one had ever witnessed him being unhappy. He was always laughing, and his laughter filled the spaces around him. In his old age, when he was dying, on his deathbed and still enjoying death, a disciple questioned him. "You puzzle us." As the elderly man dying on his deathbed, still laughing joyfully and enjoying death. "What about it is amusing? We are in such deep sorrow. Many times throughout your life, we wanted to ask you why you never feel sad. Everyone feels sorrow when at least facing their death. You are still laughing. How are you managing it?" "It's easy," the old master said. "I had gone to my master when I was young. I was only 17 and already miserable, and my master was older, he is in his 70s, and he was sitting under a tree, laughing loudly without any reason. Nobody else was around, nothing had occurred, no one had made a joke, and all he could do was chuckle while gripping his stomach. 'What's wrong with you?' I questioned him. 'Are you crazy? In the past, I was also as depressed as you are. But I choose happiness no matter what,' he replied. Then it struck me. I have two choices in my life. Either I can be blissful or I can be miserable. Since then, the first thing I decide to do each morning when I wake up is to ask myself, what do you want? Misery or blissfulness? What option are you going to choose today?' And I always choose blissfulness. You see, happiness is a choice you can make moment to moment. Either you can make outside circumstances affect your happiness, which means you can suffer with what happens in the world which you don't have control over, or you can remain unaffected by anything. In that case, the happiness will be always present. Actually, happiness is man's nature. You don't need to worry about happiness at all. It is always there. It is in your being. You just have to stop making yourself unhappy. You have to notice and stop the things that creates unhappiness. Then the happiness will shine forth. But it looks like nobody is ready for it. People say, "I want to be happy." It's as if you keep saying, "I want health." Yet, you continue to hold on to your illness and refuse to let it go. You never follow a prescription, even if the doctor orders it, so you throw the medication away. You never go for a morning walk, swim or run on the beach, or engage in any other form of exercise. You keep abusing your health by eating compulsively, and you keep asking, "Where can I find health?" But you don't change the mechanism that causes disease. Health is not an objective or something that must be obtained. Health is a totally different way of living. It is only by removing your unhealthy ways of living you attain health. Same as it is, by removing the things that makes you unhappy, you can attain happiness. The way you live creates disease. The way you live creates suffering. People sometimes say they want to be happy, but they can't let go of their negative states of mind. For instance, love won't blossom if you can't let go of your jealousy, because the weeds of jealousy will pull out the rose of love, and you won't be content if love does not develop. Because without a blossoming love, who can be happy? You cannot be joyful unless that flower of love grows within you. People nowadays seek happiness, but you can't just want something and then have it. Wanting is insufficient. You'll need to look at the phenomenon of your suffering, how you bring it about, how you got here in the first place, how you keep getting worse every day, what is your technique? Because happiness is a natural event. If someone is happy, it doesn't take expertise to be happy, it just happens. Birds, trees, and animals are all happy. Everything is happy, with the exception of man. No one else appears to be as capable as man in creating unhappiness. Therefore, being joyful is easy, natural, and not anything to boast about. However, when you're unhappy, you're doing something awful to yourself and working incredibly hard.